apply the 95-5-90 rule to the SDR role specifically. As you're looking for these 5%ers, you're giving them a 90-day runway to prove that out. What specifically should people be looking for? And in basically, like, what's the sniff test? How do you actually prove that over the course of a few months?
Do they take the list? Do they dial it? Do they follow up on it?
It's so simple.
And are they coachable? Do they have the mindset? Can they, like, I'll be straight up. Like, Sam's a savage. The dude is powered by Zen. The dude's an ex-lacrosse player. He coaches lacrosse up in, I believe it's Baltimore or somewhere in that area. The dude is able to get 185 completions like clockwork every single week. If you're able to do that, we have created an environment for you to thrive. And so that's what I look for is, I'll give you our hiring process. So here comes the behind the curtains.
The secret sauce.
Our hiring process is this. You don't apply. You cold call us. We tell you to cold call us. We tell you who to cold call. You go find their number. You cold call them. You follow up. You get Justin on the phone. Justin is happy to have the conversation with you. He's always looking for talent. You might be a professional interviewer. You might not be. It doesn't matter. He's going to have a conversation with you. You're going to tell him all the things you want to hear. And no matter how well the call goes, he goes, I'm just not feeling it, man. And he waits to see how you respond. And if you're like, well, what's up? Why? What are you not feeling? I don't know, man. I don't know if you have what it takes. And if they go, no, let me prove it to you. Boom. That's their entry point into the next step. The next step for us is a trial by fire. It's a 60-minute session. Sometimes it's just one-on-one with Justin. Sometimes it's 1-on-3. I think he had a 1-on-3 today. Where 3 reps come in. We do a call blitz. We log them into call blitz. We give them the dialer. We give them a list. We teach them a message. We show them. They do it. They call on the list. They get comfortable with the messaging. They get comfortable with the list. They start talking. Boom. The moment they're comfortable, we change the list. We change the message. Then they go to the next one.
Hold on, wait, Joey. You mean
what?
If you're interviewing an SDR, you should actually ask them to perform that job?
Yes. We'll pay you.
To evaluate them? Oh, man. Do you pay them for that day?
Mm-hmm. And so the cool thing is now that we've built out our big office in Knoxville, we're going to bring people into the office and do live call blitzes in a designated room called the Trial by Fire room. And then I go in there, and some people fold like a cheap lawn chair. Professional interviewer folding like a cheap lawn chair. I'll know in 10 minutes, hey man, Jimmy is great. Just don't think it's a good fit.
It's great. I love that
type of mentality.
The secret sauce.
Trial by fire, and then after that they go to work, and then they come in. They're being evaluated, but they're put on some lower accounts. They're put on Apex as an account. We treat Apex like we're our best account, and so they work us. They get put on bigger, better accounts, and they make the money. And so, we don't have churn. We don't fire hardly ever, because we have that process. And it churns out it spits out the best types of SDRs we want. And you can go to war when you're equipped, when you're powered by phone ready leads. You have the training that we have, and you have the reps that have the mentality to do what we ask them to do. Dude, we'll be Leonidas with our 300 against the Persians all day.
Let's go. I love it. Let's 2 questions. They're kind of in the same vein. We'll wrap it here. You're gonna hate both of them, but as I think about this, the people at home are asking, right? These business owners, these revenue leaders, as they listen to this on their sweet drive home, stuck in LA traffic, moved to somewhere else, by the way. They're wondering, Joey, yeah, but what call technology should I be using, Joey? So 1, you can crap on them, and 2, let's give them a legitimate answer so that they can just go solve this problem for themselves.
Well, there's like the obvious of like get phone ready leads, but that's not necessarily accessible to everybody. It's not a technology. It's literally just math and stuff and scoring a list. But outside of that, you have a couple options. You pick up your cell phone. You call them from the cell phone. You use a dialer, call it a HubSpot or something that has a built-in dialer. It's a shitty one, but it's, you're going to be given a couple numbers you can call from those. You can be given a power dialer, which allows you to power through dials one by one, and you can use a parallel dialer, which is, or a predictive dialer, which allows you to call 3, 5, 10 people at a time. None of them are right, none of them are wrong necessarily, right? You have to take a couple things into account. One, what is your connect rate? If your connect rate sucks, well, you only have a couple options. Get better, cleaner data, use PRL, or use a parallel dialer. A parallel dialer is going to get your 2 to 4% connect rate, but you're going to rip through 5, 10 dials at a time. You can go that route. I have a feeling regulation and they're going to fall into the robo dialer issue coming soon. But that's your best option is a robo dialer, or a parallel dialer, because it's the only way that you can have enough conversations at scale without phone ready leads. But if you have something like phone ready leads, then use a power dialer or use your regular phone, because we know that you're going to talk to someone every 3 dials. You might get into roughly the same amount of conversations in a parallel dialer, but you'll have burned through a lot more contacts. You'll burn through a lot more phone numbers. You'll get a lot more spam likely in your phone, and you'll still suffer with a 2 to 4% connect rate.